it's not at all surprising that the left dismisses worries about the economy as the stock market worries, as if, by the way, the stock market doesn't affect the middle class and the pension plans and the 401ks of people. Only the rich care about the stock market. See, here's the irony: the rich are not affected, and they are often the ones to most support, like Bill Gates. He wants us. Did you see that? Was it he wants us through June? Bill Gates, he has a good heart. I have no doubt, but it is irrelevant in life. What is relevant is wisdom. Also, empathy. All I think about is the guy who was invested in a little business and it's shattered. That's what I keep thinking about. The numbers are not even remotely near the numbers of the flu. The president was asked, "What number? What is it? What did he? What at what number do you care?" Or so what was the question? Something to that effect. He couldn't say it. That's one of the reasons I couldn't be a politician, because I would be even more open than the president. I wouldn't have the same type of tweets, but I would be even more open. I would say every death is a tragedy, but we don't close society for every death. Otherwise, every year we would have charts with flu deaths. How many of your readers, whoever you are, know that between 30 and 50,000 Americans have died since October from this year's flu? How many? Why aren't there charts on that every year? How many of Americans have died thus far from the COVID virus? 200 something?
Yeah, no, there's 1,000.
Oh, it's 1,000? Oh, it's 200 yesterday. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. 1,000. 1,100. Sorry, 1,049? Okay. 30 to 50,000 have died this flu season. So I have to ask the question, and there is no perfect answer. The left is so ironic. They say, "Oh, we see nuances. The right doesn't." You don't see nuances. You never see nuances. If you're a good person, you shut down society, right? If you care about life, that's it. That's the Andrew Cuomo view. To save one life will do it. It'll make me happy, everything I've done. We have the quote from him. You want to play it? I think it's important, Sean, that people hear this regularly.
And this is about saving lives. And if everything we do saves just one life, I'll be happy.
This is the man that Democrats want for president. They're crazy about him. I mean, he's like Saint Andrew. Now, look, it's first of all, I didn't take it out of context. Secondly, everybody says, everyone who's in public life, whether you're in the media like me or you are in politics, says something they regret. And it's not fair to keep playing it if they do. But number one, no one in the media, because the media are not deep. The vast majority of journalists are shallow. And so they don't even think to ask him. I mean, he has press conferences. Sir, do you mean that literally? You would close down New York State to save one life? And if he'd say, no, I was just speaking hyperbolically, I wouldn't play this anymore. If he said, that was hyperbole, I was emoting, okay, end of issue. Yes, if everything we did saved one economy, well, the economy is very big. The economy is a sort of cold word for people's hopes, aspirations, abilities to feed their families. This talk, like Bill Gates and others, the mockery of the president. What again? What date was April 12th? Was that the date of Easter this year? So, and when did the country essentially, or the big states anyway, go into lockdown? So it started last Monday, correct? A week ago Monday. It's 10 days ago?
Well,
When did it begin?
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, in LA, because it's where I live. Because I know I went to my workout a week ago Sunday, and it closed the next day, the Monday. So what was that date? Last Monday, not this past Monday, the week before.
The 19th is the Thursday.
It was the 16th. Today is the 26th. 10 days, yeah. So the 16th. So 16 from 31 is 15. 15 and 11 is 26. So 26. It would be 26 days till Easter. 26 days is 2 days less than 4 weeks. We were told 3 weeks. First of all, remember we were told we're 2 weeks behind Italy? Yeah, have you heard that anymore? I haven't seemed to heard that. It's like when President Bush was president, I saw all these bumper stickers in the LA area. Dissent is patriotic. They were all taken down when President Obama became president. All of a sudden, dissent was not patriotic. Dissent was racist. We went from dissent is patriotic because the left, truth is not a left-wing value. It's just one of the most important things you could ever know. Otherwise, you will not understand the world in which we live. We went from dissent is patriotic to dissent is racist. Correct? Is that it's incontrovertible what I just said. So 4 weeks will not be enough to end the economic activity in the United States of America for all intents and purposes. And with the warmer weather, the virus has much less of a chance to live. Which reminds me, I have to say, I would be very interested to speak to someone from India. Even the New York Times acknowledged that there are vast numbers of people in India who will not be able to feed themselves or their family, who literally live from day to day like rickshaw drivers. You know, I've been there 4 times. I know India pretty well. I don't know that he made the right decision, especially in a hot climate country.
There's 694.
There are 694 cases. Cases. That's not deaths.
No, cases.
Cases means nothing.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I think the pressure on world leaders to act. 16 deaths in a country of 1.3 billion, or one? No, that's China. It has 1 billion. Yeah, billion people. There's going to be some terrible consequence of this socially in India. I don't know how there cannot be. I've never believed that poverty causes crime, but I have always said if you truly are starving, you have no choice but to rob a loaf of bread. Morally, in God's eyes even. There are so many dangers in all of this because it also sets a precedent. And the herd-like mentality that it produces is, I'm personally not a big fan of college life. Let's put it that way. But I understood the kids who wanted to affirm life and dance on the beach in Miami. I have to tell you, the chances of their getting the virus and dying from it are very, very small. On the beach